Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Today's starting pitcher, Hunter Dobbins. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fast. Ball will beat them.
Tap foul at the plate.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
0-1 now.
That's a ball.
Dobbins measures 6 feet 2 inches, 185 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Pitch misses. Ball 2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Cortez to first. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out.
Shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Foul ball there. And the 0-1. On the ground right side. And it stays fair.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's Acuna, pitch out, but no action. The 1-0. And a big swing and a miss. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Man at first, one away. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Runner takes off, spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him swinging. Here's Matt Olson. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. In comes the tying run from first.
He was all over that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That one fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Right through there for a strike. And the slider just misses.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Runner steals third, though they get the out on the drop, strike 3. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Shane Smith. What do you look for here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Jake Mangum, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Warm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's Turner now.
Oh!
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes.
Yes.
To first.
No, he got it.
Getting back to the bag. Almost hung out there. Here's a 1-1. Runner goes again. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Man at second. That's outside. 2-2. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up.
Batting third.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Kyle Schwarber.
Ball 1.
Base hit. Throw comes into third, and they're at the corners with only 1 out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here is Bryce Harper. Double play ball to second. There's one. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run. Back here in Philadelphia, now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. That one ripped, but foul. Mangum takes it in for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Josh Young.
7, the designated hitter, Josh Young.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Foul ball. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Batting 8th, third baseman.
2 down, bases
Zach
empty.
McKinstry.
Now in for the Braves, Zach McKinstry. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Here we
Checks
go.
a swing, appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. 2 down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
Mangum on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the Phillies catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Shea Langoliers.
And that one fouled off. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting 6th, right.
Ryan
fielder.
O'Hearn comes up to hit. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double. 1 out, runner at second. Harrison Bader stands in for the Phillies. Swings through that one.
Ball.
On a line out towards center. And there's 2 away. Now here is Marcelo Meyer.
Marcelo Meyer.
Check swing. He went. And it's 0-1. Line drive, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now it's going to be Carlos Cortez.
Ball.
Check swing, went around, and the count 1-1. And the count 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. New inning getting started. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Michael Harris the second.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
That one misses, and 1-1. That's a slider for a strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Digging in, Jake McCarthy, and he held up. Bunting for a hit, and it goes just foul. The 1-1. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop from his knees. The throw. So digging in, Ellie De La Cruz. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it 1st and 2nd with 1 gone. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. He's 0 for 1. Out front, rip foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
2 on, 1 out. Hit on the ground might be 2. 1 at second. On the first double play. Bottom of the inning, and digging in for Philadelphia, Jake Mangum. That one missed. Check swing went around, and the count is 1-1. In the air, left field. McCarthy takes it in for the out, and there's 1 down. Trey Turner now went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. That is strike 2. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. One down. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Pitch out, but no action. Here goes the runner. It's a pitch out. Throw to second. Out, and that wasn't close. 2 down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. And that one is lifted in the air. Mangum moving under this one. And there's 1 away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Ozzie Albies.
On the ground, right side. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. Flying to left his first time. Baldwin, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2022. That one pushed foul. Two down, nobody on. And there's a ball. Not close with that one. Ball 3. Inside, and that's ball 4.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated
Josh
hitter,
Young
Josh
now at the
Young.
plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That's to third, and that's a fair ball.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
McKinstry stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
First and second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground to third. They get the force. Inning over. Bottom of the 4th, and now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Bryce Harper. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Into the outfield, base hit. And a man aboard. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Shea Langoliers. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings through that one for strike 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And 1-2. Tying run is at first. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, that's outside. Now 2-2. Got him looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. 1 out man at first. Ryan O'Hearn stands in for the Phillies. Doubled in his first AB. Fought off foul.
Way to lay off that pitch down. hits in a row for him here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So here's Bader now. Swing and a miss.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Here's the third baseman, Marcelo Meyer. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. McCarthy under it. And that ends the inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
That's the ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Outside low, ball 2. Inside, almost got him. On the ground, right side. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake McCarthy. He's grounded out a couple of times. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And he'll pull into second safely.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
De La Cruz in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. 2 away. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Trey Jameson.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
The 1-0.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that's outside. Swing and a pop-up. Cortez under this one. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Carlos Cortez. And fouled off. And a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And the batter now, Jake Mangum. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Here's Trey Turner. 1 for 2.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
This one in the air right field. He's got it. Out number 2. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. This guy with light tower power. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, number 70.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Here's the pitch. Runner goes.
No, that's the ball.
Misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. Man on second, 2 down.
Ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Back here in Philadelphia, so down to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson.
Yes.
Just missed.
That's the way.
That one off the mark, and that's ball 2. Hard hit left side. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for
Here
Atlanta,
is Ozzie
second
Albies
baseman
up to hit.
Albies.
No, that's low.
The 1-1.
Ball.
And that one ripped into right. 2 down. Now it's the Atlanta
Up next
catcher,
for Atlanta,
Drake
catcher,
Baldwin.
Drake Baldwin.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated
Now,
hitter,
Josh Young. This one in the air right field. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Now this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Oh.
This one in the air center field. Harris gets under it, and there's one down. Now the catcher up to hit, Shea Langoliers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, Phillies down a run. That to right. Acuna has a beat on it and makes the grab, and there's two down. Now it's the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. On the ground. Throw on to Olsen, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park, now in for the Braves, Zach McKinstry. Ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Stepping in, Michael Harris the second.
Oh, one.
Jameson in his third season, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. Cut on and missed. Good changeup right there, and the count 1-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Line drive. Takes it in for the out. Back to the top of the order, Jake McCarthy next up for the Braves. 1 for 3. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Joan Duran.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And there's a foul ball.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
That one in triple digits. That missed by a lot. Now 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And it remains 2-2. He goes down looking. And now Ellie De La Cruz. In there for strike one. McKinstry off of first with 2 away. High fly ball out to left field. Brings it in, and that is that. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Harrison Bader. Out front and foul to the left side. Looking to get the tying run on base. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
So they turn to their closer, Griffin Jacks.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
On the ground, could be 2. Over to Albies. Double play. That's ideal relief efficiency. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Not half bad. Base is empty after the double play. Carlos Cortez stands in for the Phillies. And a big swing and a miss.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Check swing. He held up, and it's 1-1.
Oh!
The Braves trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Pitch misses. 3 balls and a strike.
Whew.
2 down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. This one in the air, center field. And that will end the inning. We go to the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr. Rip towards third. Long throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here is Matt Olson. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Up next for Atlanta, second
1 out, runner at second. Ozzie Albies getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. And a foul ball. 1 out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the 8th. Swings through that one for strike 2. Coils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Two outs and one in scoring position. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Thank you, base.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter.
Next to hit, Josh Young. Olsen, the lead runner out at second. Baldwin on at first with 2 down. Check swing, went around, and that's strike 2. He caught it behind his back, over to first, and that's a great play for the out. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Jake Mangum.
Whoa.
On the ground to the left. Oh, great stop. The throw, but he beats it. Nice try defensively. Great hustle, and the tying run is on. Trey Turner at the plate.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Snap throw, and a pitch out, but nothing going on. Back safely. Quick move to first, and he's back in safely.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Look out!
Yep, that got him.
And it hit him.
Up next for the Phillies, designated hitter.
And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. New pitcher on now, Dietrich Enns.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
That one misses. Ball 1. Next pitch is downstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runner edges away at second. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Just off the inside edge.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Base hit into the outfield. Fires to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. We're tied at 1.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That's out the corner.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Olsen to second. Return throw to first. Double play. And the run scores from third. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. That's off the inside corner. Ball one. And that one moves his feet. Fouled off left side. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Well struck right field. That one carrying. Up against the wall and makes the catch. Back here in Philadelphia, all set to start the 9th in this one. Zach McKinstry. Digs in now. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Mason Miller.
But I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Mangum should have this one. Takes it in for the out. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves.
Michael Harris the second.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
And a 1-1. And that one fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That misses the zone. 2-2. That one missed. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. So it's their last chance in this one. Now the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. 1 for 4 with a double. This one in the air, center field. Bader racing after it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies claim the win here behind some great